One more. No, I think that's it. I think that's it. That's it. One more.
Okay, the last to go was the best book there. I thank you. Sure, after a minute. What are you doing now? Okay. Is there a doctor in the house? Bruno Cortis has been our doctor in the house here at IA Literati for the past few years, on and off. And he's here to talk about heart and soul. Heart and soul have fully lost control. Okay.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's an immense joy and an honor to address you. And I thank Anna Weiss for creating this event and Professor Candeloro for the idea of this major experience. So, I've been a cardiologist for over 30 years. And what makes me sad still is that since 1900 up to today, heart disease is the #1 cause of death. 2,300 people die daily of heart attacks. So heart disease affects 1 person out of 4. Who is at risk? People who have high blood pressure, who are smokers, diabetes, high cholesterol. But in my view, one of the worst possible things is stress. I'm absolutely convinced. If you have a lot of stress, you have high blood pressure, your blood sugar goes up, you gain weight, you don't like exercise. To prove that stress is important, I'll tell you that the cardiac events, heart attack, stroke, sudden death, occur mostly in the morning, and the number triplicates at 9 o'clock. And you can guess which day the most, on Monday. Oh, yeah. You know, Chopra says that we are the only animals who know the difference between Monday and Tuesday. What is stress? Stress is what we experience outside the comfort zone. See, all of us are accustomed to control ourselves and others all the time. You have stress when you are unable to control. Stress is a rate of wear and tear in the human body because our body tells how you vent stress throughout life. Just look to yourself in the mirror and the mirror will talk. So stress is linked to control. Less control you have, higher is the level of stress. If I give you a visual representation of what stress is like a flame within yourself. What nourishes the flame are your feelings and emotions. In other words, when we react to life, we react with feelings and emotions. Now, let me ask you, who creates your own feelings and your own emotions? You do. Of course you do. So when you say, what stresses me is my wife, is a neighbor, is the gasoline price. No, 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 no. What stresses you is you. Because you point with one finger outside and 4 fingers are pointing at you. Next. So your attitude is 90%. It's the most important thing in life. Now these are not, how can I say, unimportant issues. This is your life. How long you are going to live, you know? So our reaction is 90%. Make clear that if there is something that upsets you, or a person that upsets you, the person will never change. Only you can change your reaction. Just, it's in your hands. Now, one more concept is that within ourselves, there are 2 domains, the mind and the heart. They have been divinely created, but they have different qualities. The mind is that part of yourself that is driven by 2 fundamental things. Anybody's mind. power and control. We all like to have that since childhood. Now, the mind, your mind and my mind, keeps control over you because it's constantly talking to you. Even before you wake up in the morning, come on, get up. You have so many things to do. It's like a dictator. It's the voice in your head. We all have that. And the second is a very important concept. Listen, our mind is judgmental. Judgmental not only of us, but of other people. Now, the judgment is important because only rarely your mind congratulates you for a job well done. Most of the time your mind tells you that you are short. You are not good enough. You are good but not good enough. So the mind plays this game in order to hold you. Okay? So this not being good enough, it's a lie. Believe me, I suffered in life for feeling not being good enough. And most of us, at one moment or another, have this feeling, I'm not good enough. Okay? Well, it's a game without solution. Because in life, you never achieve a peak experience beyond which there is no room for improvement. So we are all good enough. We are human. The second domain is the heart. While the mind is driven by fear to lose what you have, the heart is driven by love. Okay, these are the difference between these two domains. And the mind is materialistic, you know, the mind is the bottom line. That's all it counts. Next. The heart is spiritual. Next. The mind is selfish, me, me, me. The heart is altruistic. Next. The mind is mistrusting. The mind tells you, don't trust anybody. Remember, the heart is trusting. Now, the majority of our life, we live in the domain of the mind. Most of us. And that's where the stress lies. How do you know if you are there? Because the mind is always trying to get things. The heart is giving things away. The longest journey in life is from the mind to the heart. Such a short distance, we never may be able to achieve it. Now, the words that come from the heart enter other people's hearts and lives. I'd like to share with you that one day I told my mother, I don't know, it's an inspiration I had. I told my mother how grateful I was for having raised me and for all the sacrifice she had done in her life, especially letting me go forever from Italy. And I touched her deeply. She gave me a long hug and a kiss I'll never forget. She even told me, Bruno, you're talking to me as I was going to die. I said, no, mother, my heart says so. Well, 4 days later, she died suddenly. See, one lesson I learned. If there is anybody you love, let them know it. Because otherwise you have to carry with you for the rest of your life the pain of not expressed love. So if you had to express love, who would you call next? What would you say next? Why are you waiting? Please don't wait. Next. So, an essential thing for me, for health, is spirituality. I'm a cancer survivor, so I learned that you have to rely only on one person in the world, and that is God. Spirituality means to be in relationship with God. God knows you by first name. Religion is different. Religion is a set of rules and regulations about the spiritual. But spirituality lies beyond religion. Next. Next. How do you nurture your spirit? Next. The first thing to do is to read some books that are inspirational, and especially the Bible, and find quotations that are just made for you when you read them. The second is gratitude. You may say, gratitude for what? Oh, well, you wake up. You woke up today, you know, it's a miracle. If you are not happy for being alive, There's nothing in the world that can make you happy. So, no, please. Okay, gratitude. Gratitude for what? Gratitude for your life, for your health, for your capacity to move around, to see, to talk, to express love. See, this is an important concept. All these gifts that God gives us are temporary. They are not forever. That I learned from my cancer. See, it's a temporary experience. One day, and we don't know when, the good Lord will take you away, will take us away, and we have to leave everything behind. So you may as well thank Him. Just in the morning, thank you, God, and maybe in the evening. Next. The second one is forgiveness. Forgiveness stands for giving love to yourself and others. You know, when you are unforgiving, you carry with you an extra weight which becomes heavier and heavier. As you forgive and let go, you regain the freedom to be. If you have to forgive somebody, do it as soon as you can. Don't wait to grab the phone and say, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings. Please forgive me. The last one is prayer. Prayer is love in search of words. I don't mean reading a book. Prayer comes from the heart. So you open your heart to God and express your needs. Oh, they say that physicians make their own living by telling others what is wrong with them. Well, this is one way to see it. I believe the physician can also teach health. The first principle of health is to respect your body. Respect your body means that your body doesn't talk, doesn't have words, has signals, sends you signals, a little pain in the stomach, or shortness of breath when you walk. If you notice that, and this is something unusual, please do something as soon as you can. Go and see a physician. Exercise. Interesting, the people, nobody is using the stage. Next. You don't have to become a marathoner, you know. The people who live the longest are not the marathoners, are the people who walk, often slowly. And some people really don't want to walk, you know. They were told you have to walk the dog, and that was the solution. And eat healthy food, but not too much. I remember a patient who lost weight, and he told me, I decided to respect my body. So, treat your body like a temple. You don't need a physician. Next. The second principle of health is take time to relax. Relaxation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When you relax, you replenish your mind and body with vital energy, necessary to continue your daily work and to enjoy life. Next. When was the last time that you did something for the first time? When was the last time that you did something for the first time? This is what happened to me. I discovered that I can swim with the dolphins. You do nothing. They lift you up, they go under your feet, and that's what happens. Next. Avoid hostility. You know, hostility is a major thing. Next. The third principle of health is self-acceptance. Now, self-acceptance means that you accept yourself just the way you are, just the way God made you. Okay? Because many of us have part of ourselves that we consider unlovable and as such unacceptable. But self-acceptance has to be total and unconditional. Don't try to change anybody. I remember a patient who came to the hospital in cardiac arrest by ambulance. I worked on him. When he came back, he looked at me and said, I wanted to die. And I said, I didn't know that. True story. So ask yourself, are you the type of person with whom would you like to spend the rest of your life? The answer has to be yes, otherwise we are in trouble. The fourth principle of health is share your feelings. You know, the greatest gift you can give to another human being is to open your heart. Open your heart. achieve what we call intimacy. Intimacy is such a rare experience. Intimacy stands for into me, see. The fifth principle is create life goals. Listen, why are you on this earth? You have to give an answer to that. No one can do it for you. How do you like to be remembered? Create life goals means that you focus on your life, make plans, and take action. Next. The sixth principle is to love yourself and others unconditionally. You have to love yourself and others unconditionally. And love yourself now. Don't wait to be perfect. You know, people say, well, when this happens, then I love myself. No, no. You love yourself now because you love yourself just the way you are. Next. See, each of us is a unique person. I have difficulty in believing that, but we all are. There is not one man or woman who has the heart of another man. We are all different. All different. Your uniqueness is proven by the fact that when somebody is missing, and everybody are trying to find that person who is missing, what is the reason? Because it cannot be replaced. So it's unique. Next. So be yourself. Next. The last principle of health is to nourish your spiritual self. We are here in Father Facial domain. The spirit is that part of yourself that seeks self-expression and fulfillment of your deepest dream, especially to get in touch with God and another. I like to summarize this principle with a poem entitled The Eyes of Your Heart, which are the eyes of God. Next. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I will recite the poem myself. When you see through the eyes of God, you see only beauty and perfection around you. When you see through the eyes of God, other people become you. When you see through the eyes of God, you accept yourself, all of yourself, and discover the purpose of life, to become all that you are. Then, only then, you are free. You are pure love when you see through the eyes of God. You've been a wonderful audience. I hope that these ideas will bloom in your mind, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
What a medicine. Wow.
We have a couple of introductions. Here is Father August Fetcha.
Doctor, you got the wrong vocation. You should be at least a pope. Nice combination.
Chairman of our cultural program, Josette Montesana Weber. Josette